You ever, out of anger, out of frustration, struck out against someone? Haven't you done something which could be considered vindictive, mean spirited? Haven't you done that? We've all done that. Maybe at work, school, in our personal lives. We've all done that. The question is what are you going to focus on? The negative or the positive? And that's the difference between the right and left. And, when I was going through my trials and tribulations as a young man, I had a wise man once said, it's the English language, Jeff, learn how to use it. You know what it is? I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. It's sitting here looking at me, going, drink me. As it sits here in my Carnegie Mellon mug. I'm sporting the Carnegie Mellon. I got to get the video up and running. Let me take a sip real quick here. That's some good stuff. I'll tell you, man. Doesn't get any better than Tim Hortons. Well, it does. Sandra Farms. But, I had a really wise individual once tell me, if you can spot it, you got it. Huh? And it took me a while. Now I spot a lot of things because, like I said, I have severe character flaws. It's a work in progress. I'm living life, people. I make mistakes. Everybody does. But if you spot it, you got it. And, you hear all of these liberals are always talking the negative. Always talking the negative. And their solution, the problem is, their solution is bigger government. Their solution is because you can't take care. Let's back up. The whole agenda of the liberal movement of the left is you can't take care of yourself, so we must take care of you for you, right? And of course, for that, you're going to pay us. You're going to pay us. That's the crux of the left. Now, the crux of the right basically is you can't take care of yourself, but there's a corporation out there that will take care of you for you. That's the crux of the right. I used to say, and I still say to this day, you're either a slave to the state or you're a slave to the corporation. But at the end of the day, you're still a slave. You're still a slave. Doesn't matter who your master is. Now, some masters are better than others. I get that. But a free man wants no master. We serve one. He's our Father above. So getting back to this whole notion of Rice was the one that unmasked. Is it any news? Did you ever doubt it? I didn't. The government, you can assume that the government surveys everybody. And when it fits their agenda, they're going to use it. So you as a citizen have to ask yourself, do you want a system in the United States in which everything is collected on everybody? And right now it's at the political level. It's at the political level. But it will soon disseminate down to the private level. Your browsing history. I mean, look at what has been passed that President Trump has signed. Online privacy. You have no right to it. You have no right to online privacy. That information can be sold to anybody, anywhere, anytime, for any amount. So the web pages you go to, your political beliefs, some of you out there, some of the adult entertainment sites you go to, some of those things, think about it. That information can be purchased and displayed for everybody in the world to see. I know that everybody go, well, there's privacy browsing. I want to enlighten you here. It might be private to some, but Google and the browsers, they know where you're going. That information is being saved. And to tell you that it is being saved, there was a report last week. I don't know. I don't want to test it. I don't test it. But there's a report last week that if you go to privacy mode within Chrome and some of the other browsers, Firefox, that after surfing pornography sites, the little happy face will appear in your browser. So someone's tracking you. Someone is surveilling you. That information, data is gold. Data is the next big business. The people that are making money these days are the ones that are in control of the data. So it's for sale. And it's only a matter of time before that level of surveillance gets down to the public level, to our level. So if we encourage, if we say it's okay, and government, it's for your safety. Do you feel safer today than you did yesterday? Do you feel safer today after 9/11 than you do before 9/11? Do you? Answer that question honestly. Do you really feel safer? Do you feel when you get on an airplane that you were safer than you were 20 years ago? Back in the day when I got an airplane, I was concerned that the engine would fall off or the pilot would make a grave error and crash. Those are the fears that I had 20 years ago. Now I don't even think about it. Is that Lord Jesus is make sure the plane don't blow up. That we don't have Allah Akbar on the plane or whatever. I mean, seriously, got to ask yourself, do you feel safer? With all of these measures, with all of these things that have been put in place to make us feel safer, do you actually feel safer? I can tell you, I do. Not because of some government program, but because I live in a state in which I am allowed to exercise my Second Amendment right and carry a firearm. Safety has to come from the individual, not from the government. You are responsible for your safety, for your family's safety, not the government. I've always, I said this and I'll say it again. The only thing 911 is going to do for me is it's going to remove the dead body that I just shot from my yard or from my house. I mean, they're not going to come and save me. They're a cleanup service. That's all they are. So this news, this information about Susan Rice, I mean, it's no news. It is news, but it's no news. We knew it was going on. It was just, we wanted to know the name. Well, now we know the name. What are you going to do about it, government? Rand Paul is saying bring her in to testify. I would say, why? She didn't do anything illegal. And the reason being is because we allowed those laws to be passed that allowed her, that gave Susan Rice the mechanism to do what she did. All in the name of safety. All in the name of safety. So when those individuals, when these bills come up, these surveillance bills, these Patriot Act bills come up in front of Congress again, you really got to ask yourself, Are you on the left or are you on the right side of the argument? Do you feel that government's responsibility is to keep you safe? And are you willing to give up your civil liberties for that safety? Everything has a cost. Or are you going to take personal responsibility for your safety? It's a heck of a lot cheaper. 5 cents versus, well, about 25 cents a round versus billions. And, and where's the product? Where's the end product? I've yet to see that. I've yet to see a political or a plot against America foiled. And a lot of people say, well, it's top secret. Well, it's not top secret. You know darn well that if the FBI or the CIA or some government agency have, uncovered a major plot to do harm to the United States, it would have been all over the news already. Where is it? No. The only thing you hear about is how such and such got arrested for tax evasion or whatever. That, that's where the bill is. That's where the surveillance actually works for the government. It gives them access to unfettered access to people's bank accounts and financial dealings and Facebook pages and stuff like that. And, that's where it's at. Don't lie to me. What is it? Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Government. So, well, that's enough of the rant. That's some heavy stuff, man. Just lay it on you. It's early in the morning. We're going to take a quick break. Read some, got to pay some bills here. And when we return, though, we got more news on the entertainment front. Yes, Daniel Craig is back as Bond, James Bond. Talk about that. We've got some other things in the news. And, of course, you can always call in and change the direction of the conversation by giving us a call at 402-858-1938. We'll return in a few.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help, and your insurance may offer coverage.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-766-0878. 800-766-0878.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-766-0878. 800-766-0878.
Hey, this is Leonora Cravota from Red State Talk Radio for MyPillow. I used to have trouble sleeping. MyPillow changed all that. I now fall asleep within moments of my head touching my pillow. That's how comfortable MyPillow is with its patented interlocking fill. MyPillow stays cool and does not go flat. Plus, it's machine washable and dryable. MyPillow has a 10-year warranty and a 60-day comfort guarantee. MyPillow is also the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation, and it's made right here in the USA. MyPillow is now offering Red State Talk Radio listeners a 4-pack special with 2 premium standard or queen pillows and 2 go anywhere pillows. That's 4 pillows for the price of 1. To take advantage of this special offer, call 1-800-961-9194 and ask for promo code RedState. That's 1-800-961-9194, promo code RedState. Put sleepless nights behind you with MyPillow, the most comfortable pillow you will ever own.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Hey folks, did you know that 90% of all disease or discomfort is directly or indirectly related to an unclean colon? In fact, colon cancer is the third most common form of cancer, and the lifetime risk of developing colon cancer is about 1 out of 20 men and women. This is Scott Adams from The Scott Adams Show and owner of Red State Talk Radio. I wanted a colon cleansing mild detox that would give me more energy without caffeine, and I found it.